Hey folks, this is Donnie, Standing Goats Rescue. We are in the process of being hit by a tropical storm. Hey Abby. Hey girl. This is Abby and that's her baby Madison. Hey buddy. That's a micro La Mancha goat. She does not have ears. They got them. They're just really tiny. Right there. The little bitty things. But that's a telltale sign of a La Mancha or La Mancha. I don't speak correctly, so a little different. She's a sweetheart. Registered service animal. She is. Abby is. Little Madison is not. But anyhow, it's not about the goats. Lately, I've been busy. I've been hunting a lot, but I've also been helping a couple of friends. So I've been working on top of hunting. I hunt every chance I get. We only have an allotted amount of time to fill our freezer with meat. Between Kim and I together, as far as deer are concerned, she can harvest 5 and I can harvest 5. The limit in Florida is 5 deer per person, and I cannot shoot 10 deer and claim 5 and her claim 5. They're really strict on it, so we have to, if I only shoot 5, or if I do get my 5, I can't shoot anymore, and it's the law. If I harvest another animal, I've broken the law and I can't put it on my harvest log. And yes, they do question people. I know 3 people, 2 that are related to me, that have been questioned by Game and Fish over the deer that they harvested, and one of them actually got their 5 limit. His wife got a couple, but they do check. Hang on a minute, gotta check a baby. It's raining and they're standing in the rain eating hay. Go figure. And just, oh, there she is. Hey mama. There's your baby. And the other one is right there. Hey guys, what are you doing? Come here, Ezra. This is Benji's sister, Ezra. She's a sweetheart. Hey, baby. She's a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl. Look at them little babies. Hey, buddy. Anyhow, I've been hunting hard. I've had a very successful season so far. We're still in archery season. And so what we're going to do, Chris and I have been doing very, very well. A very blessed season. And so what our plan, don't push him out. Come here, Tonka. What our plan is we are going to, we're not going to hunt deer right now as hard as we normally hunt. Instead, we're probably going to target pigs. I'm just checking to make sure we don't have no babies out here. Babies being born because of the pressure drop. But we are going to probably start targeting the wild pigs and wait until general gun season starts, which is Thanksgiving Day. Chris and I, neither one of us hunt with rifles. We use muzzle loaders, and so we'll wait until Thanksgiving Day when general gun comes in, and we'll get our muzzle loaders out and we'll hunt then. But since we're doing so good in archery season, instead of going for the animals that are on our hit list, and our hit list, those are animals at these different properties that we've evaluated throughout the year, and they are on the list. If we are going to harvest an animal, it will be one of the animals off the hit list. Muzzleloader season starts, which is general gun for us, which is Thanksgiving Day, we are going to go after these big old bucks, the ones that you rarely see. If we don't do any good by mid-January, then we're going to go ahead and have to go after you know, the bucks that we have on the hit list, on our harvest list, just so that we get the deer that we need to get us through the year. But the reason for doing this for right now, just to let you guys know, we're doing okay, everything's fine. I've just been really busy. I would be in the woods today. The rain doesn't bother me. It's the wind. It's been blowing pretty good. Right now, I think it's 14, 15 mile an hour sustained, and we're getting gusts upwards of 40, 45. And so I'm not hunting today. I've done a little bit of work around here, storm prep, just basic stuff that we have to do so often. But I wanted to do a poll, and it's just a basic poll. I don't know if I'll put it in this video. If I do, it will be, I'll probably like put it down here at the bottom of the screen. It'll be a little link that you click. But if I don't do it that way, I'll see if I can do it like in the community tab. And I'm just curious, I've had a lot of very strange experiences this year. Abnormally high compared to, I mean, the last few years, last 4 or 5 years, I've been seeing things, hearing things, smelling things. I've been witnessing stuff that I haven't witnessed before. It's getting really, really bizarre. And I believe it is the time that we're in, biblically speaking. And with the poll, my question is, have you guys and gals experienced oddities, bizarre happenings or encounters around you that you witnessed? And not just Sasquatch, Sabe, or the Bigfoot, but everything, anything out of the ordinary. Objects moving in your home when nobody's around them, paranormal stuff, UFOs, anything out of the ordinary, anything supernatural. If you have, I'm going to try to see if I can set a poll up. It's been a very long time since I've done a poll, and YouTube has changed. I don't know if it's still set up the same way, but if it is, it'll be a basic yes or no. Have you noticed an increase, especially this year, but mainly these last couple of years? Have you noticed an increase in bizarre happenings, cryptids, paranormal stuff, any supernatural stuff, UFOs? I mean, anything out of the ordinary, things that are not everyday run-of-the-mill happenings. If you have, just click on the yes button for me. It's just a curiosity is all it is. It's not, I'm not going to put you on the spot and have you come out and share anything. Matter of fact, when you click a poll, it does not show, as far as I know, it does not show who clicked the poll, who answered it. All it does is give you numbers. If 100 people respond to your poll, if 100 people click on it, then it'll just show you the number of 100. It won't tell you who did it. So it's not going to expose anybody. I'm just curious, because this year things have gotten really, really weird, and I've experienced some just really, it's high strangeness, and it's starting here again. That property on the north side of us over there by the sinkhole, we're starting to have stuff happen there again. Up at the new property and at the 10-acre property, the property in Caryville where Chris and I are hunting now, he's got, there's 1, 2, 3, I think it's 4 properties that are in Caryville. One large property in West Bay, I believe, or Stillfield. I'm not sure where that one's exact. I don't know the territory. I know where it's at. I don't know if it's West Bay or Stillfield or Pine Log. It could be Pine Log too. But anyhow, I've been seeing some really weird stuff, hearing strange stuff. last week, no, this week, Sunday, I think it was Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon, I was going to the tree stand at the property, and my four-wheeler trail is pretty open, a few briars on the ground, but otherwise it's open. I've marked it with flags. During the daytime when you're walking, where it makes these hard curves and it goes out and it curves, you can look through the trees, you can see the flag. And I was just trying to get back there to put a bucket of feed out for the deer that are coming in, for the feeding area, not the hunting area. And I seen the flags off to the right, and instead of walking down 100 yards and then turning to the right and walking another 60 or 70 yards, I cut straight across, which is about 65, 70 yards. And I cut off quite a bit by doing that. All right, there's an oak tree over there. There's 4 or 5 oaks. It's live oaks, like this thing right here, like this tree. They're not very big, probably the size of this big limb right here. But there's 4 or 5 of them. See how these two are growing together? It's like that, but there are 4 or 5 coming up. And I walked between them. There's 2 big ones that sort of fork off. It's about 4-foot distance between the 2 of them. I walked between them. The tree on my left, I was close to it, probably within a foot of it. When I passed by, it exhaled on me. I was paying attention to my surroundings. I was listening, being very quiet. I did not have this in my ear, and I was just being real quiet. I don't want to draw the attention of the animals. I don't want to scare the animals for the stands that we are hunting there, so I was trying to be as stealthy as possible. As I ease between this tree, I hear a really hard, really loud, and I don't know if I felt it. I think my brain convinced me that I did feel it. I'm not so sure if I did, though. I think it was more of a mind mess up. I think my brain just convinced me I felt it, but it scared the daylights out of me. It was right here, really loud, and I think it came out of the tree. I seen something either two or 3 days before, 2 or 3 days after that, I don't remember. But I seen something probably 300 or 400 yards from where that happened. It looked like just a column of smoke, about 6 foot, 6.5 foot, and it moved out and it stopped right in front of me. And I watched it, and then it started continuing its movement. It did not change shape. It did not swirl like smoke does. It looked like a chunk of cloud, and it wasn't moving. I could see through the edges of it. I couldn't see through the center of it. But it come from my right, which was kind of a east-northeast direction. It come from that direction, and it was headed toward the west-southwest, sort of at an angle. The wind was blowing pretty hard. We were 10 to 12 mile an hour wind. That was coming from the southwest, but it was blowing across me toward the northeast. So if it were fog, some type of steam, smoke, whatever, it would have blown away from me, and it didn't. It was moving. It moved across, and it stopped. The center of it, I could not see through it. I could definitely see through the edges. It was real solid in the center, but it kind of petered out until it was gone. And it looked, if you can imagine the way a guy looks, sort of overweight like I am. And if they hold their ankles together, real thin at what should have been the ankles, and it went up, it tapered wider at the hips, wider at the midsection and chest, and then it had what looked like a head on it. But it looked like a man standing with his feet together and his arms flat against his side. I seen no limbs on it. As it moved, there was no legs moving. It was just a column that was moving. It was really odd. I did not get any sense of dread or fear. I had no feeling at all, nothing negative. No smells, no sounds, nothing. It was just that column come out, and I watched it, and I thought, you know, that's bizarre. That's one of the strangest things I've seen. I've seen little tufts of smoke or steam or fog. I've seen that moving through that property 2 or 3 times, through several properties that I've hunted on and hiked on. But this wasn't like that. Every time else I've seen it, it sort of moves like smoke does. It doesn't maintain shape. You can see where it's kind of moving and just morphing around different shapes. This wasn't. This looked solid, like solid smoke that was frozen to where it didn't swirl, it didn't move around or look marbled. It just looked like a big cotton ball. Just odd. But anyhow, a lot of strange stuff is happening. I've talked to several people this past week, and everybody I've talked to is experiencing really odd things. One guy, him and his wife, are having a lot of issues in their home, paranormal stuff, and he thinks it's from the graveyard that's a few blocks away from where they live. They've been there for a long time. I think it was his wife's childhood home or her mother's childhood home. I'm not sure. I've never been to the house, but it's one of the twos. It's a family home that they inherited, and they've never had an issue there all the years they've lived there, and now they're having paranormal stuff happening on a daily basis. But yeah, just a question of curiosity. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, anything just, you know, outside of the realm of normality in your everyday life, whether it be in the woods or at your home or at your job site or while you're shopping? It doesn't, anywhere. If you just have witnessed any oddities, and if you noticed them ramping up this year and last year, that's all the toll is going to be, or the poll, I'm sorry, the poll is going to be, and it'll just be a yes or no. And I'm just curious as to how many people are experiencing stuff like that. I am. Chris is from Claghorn Outdoors. He's experienced a lot of weird stuff. His wife has. Kim has. It's happening everywhere. And I don't know if it's just this part of the country or if it's nationwide, North America wide, worldwide. I'm really curious. If it's worldwide, then maybe we are in those days of revelations that the Bible speaks of. That's sort of my thinking anyway. Well guys, I'm gonna go back inside. I don't know if you can hear the rain coming. It's raining just south of me somewhere. I can hear it, I can't see it. Everything's gray. I'm gonna run back inside. We'll be doing some more articles very soon. I gotta get the dogs out, get them rotated before this rain hits. But I love each and every one of you. God bless you. Be safe, be blessed, be kind, and I'll definitely be seeing you very soon. Until that time, God bless you. Bye-bye. What you doing, little man? What you doing, little foot? You all right, pal? Are you okay? That pink you guys see on his horn right here, and get his head down. See the pink on his horn? When the vet comes out to the house to do a farm call where they do the inoculations and the health checks on them, each time that they do a goat, they got a pink, like a big huge crayon marker, and they'll mark the goat so that they don't treat the same goat twice. Y'all better go hide, it's gonna rain. What you doing, little buddy? No, Madison. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.